topic I would be discussing with you all today is about application engineering, which is key to cloud transformation journey. Let me introduce myself. I'm Sharath Mohanty, currently work at Standard Chartered Bank as a global head of trade and supply chain finance, client implementation. I'm also at the board of advisors at Easy Inc. in Canada, a B2C ethnic grocery fintech startup platform. So let's look at the application engineering and why it is key to cloud transformation. As most of you would be, listening and hearing in any discussion around the industry, 9 out of the 10 discussions tend to focus on the infrastructure. Means most of the push today in the industry, how do corporate institutions move their data or their on-premises application hosting into a cloud platform. But having said that, cloud transformation is not only about a mere infrastructure play. There is more to that. The power of cloud computing can be unleashed only when an application is repurposed and built keeping both future business process and data reengineering in mind. I emphasize again, the future business process and data reengineering is key to repurpose your application. There's a lot happening at the digital transformation in the world. The blockchain, machine learning, and IoT driven process and data approach should be an integral part of the design thinking when you try to repurpose or build an application to be deployed in the cloud. There's a huge opportunity to improve the speed to market and cost optimization. When I refer to speed to market, it is all about how quickly you can deploy a complex application for the consumption for your customers. And cost optimization, there's a huge cost leverage in terms of how quickly you can deploy the application. Therefore, the time that requires to build, test, and then deploy the application is really shortened because of the new technology available in cloud computing. So that is why it is really important why an application engineering is key to cloud transformation. So having seen why it is important, let's look at what is needed into the application engineering as part of your transformation. So number one, repurpose your business process and your data model, keeping the API consumption and microservices in mind. And that's very critical because this is a completely different way of designing and thinking how you wanted to repurpose your application, particularly keeping cloud in mind. So decompose your processes and the big fat data blocks into independent small bite-sized service block, and so as the smaller bite-sized data blocks. So you don't have to really think about your big fat data schemas that you used to do while designing a particular application. And more or less, this is to facilitate the API consumption as much as possible. Determine which process and data makes sense to be in cloud and which ones to stay on-prem and monolithic. The reality is that not everything that you host within your organization that can be transported into cloud. The answer is no. There are still some of those applications has to be still kept under your on-premises or a monolithic process of doing an application. So you need to really look at which process and data makes sense and which don't. And more importantly, look at your business partners cloud play and look at what exactly your customers and suppliers are doing. Your customers and supplier cloud strategy and their plan is quite relevant to yours, because once they started playing in the cloud and you do not comply to that particular architecture or a framework, then you will lose the competitive position with your partners as you do your business. So therefore, it is very critical that you look at your business partners cloud strategy planning and make sure that your application proposition is in sync with your business partners. So let me now take you through a very simple use case that kind of depicts what I'm talking about, why application engineering is key to cloud transformation. Look at the request for proposal, RFP. Most of you would be familiar with this, depending on the size of the organization, complexity of the organization, and by the time an RFP process really gets started, and at the time it is ready to be sent out to your customers or to your supplier, it can be anywhere between 3 weeks to 20 weeks or 15 weeks, because there are many stakeholders are involved in an RFP process. So in this example, if I look at, you are looking at a particular software solution to buy from a vendor, you will have to define what your requirements are. Of course, there will be some commercials, and you will be asking for the key milestone delivery timeline. What are the service levels after it is delivered? What are the legal and compliance aspects involved? And technology solution or security architecture that is involved, part of that particular software that you're trying to buy. So this is a typical case where you're now you're trying to put together an RFP process. Most of the time in an organization, every single function or department or stakeholder have to come together, give their input, give their requirement before an RFP document or an RFP process is completed. But if you really look at, in future, if you wanted to do the same process, keeping cloud in mind, so what you could probably think of, while you are defining your technology solution or a legal and compliance or a key milestone, for example, your commercials, if you're buying a product, yes, once the technology solution architectures are defined, and a particular vendor can probably give you a pricing, doesn't really have to wait for your legal and compliance or a service level questionnaire or the aspect that are relevant to commercials. It could be relevant for your service level for other aspect, but giving you a commercial probably do not need to really look at all other aspects. So in this case, possibly you can strip the commercial part of the entire RFP process, and you can go ahead and ask your vendor to give you an pricing through an API mode. Similarly, if I look at the legal and compliance, or if you're looking at a service level, these are all service contract basically, and then they are not really related to your commercials or a key milestone or a timeline. These are a bilateral service level that has to be agreed between the buyer and the supplier. Similarly, legal and compliance aspect. So why couldn't this be think in a line of a blockchain smart contract? A legal and compliant requirement with the service provider and with the service buyer can get into a smart contract, and so that this can be de-linked from the overall RFP service. Similarly, if you look at a key milestone or a delivery timeline, similar thing, this is again a bilateral. This can also be thought as a smart contract. So the essence of this process is that you really don't have to wait to have everything in one place. That has been happening many years in an RFP process. Thinking of an application, if you're trying to build for an RFP and going into a cloud in future, you'll really have to think about what are the new way of services that are available that you can probably benefit as part of your cloud transformation. I hope this has given you an essence of why an application engineering is critical to your cloud transformation, and what exactly do you need to know, what are the key building blocks. And then obviously looking at this particular small use case, you would have probably have some sense around what kind of design thinking that needs to go in mind when you're trying to repurpose your application engineering. As to conclude, I once again re-emphasize, you have to think first what is available in the cloud with the machine learning, with an IoT, with a blockchain solution available, and how you can design your application keeping those new digital transformation tool in mind, and then start to define your business process, data model, data schema, keeping API microservices in mind, not the old way of designing the business process and data and then try to deploy as part of a distribution mechanism. It's a completely a reverse engineering, as you can see, and I can see in the next 3 to 5 years as more and more corporate or financial institution try to move into cloud, application engineering will be an integral key area for every organization to really look at, and those who will be successful, who really repurpose their application engineering, keeping the API, microservices, blockchain, IoT, machine learning in mind. I hope it was useful. Thank you very much.
For more updates from CXO TV, please like and subscribe to our channel.